Previously on Onboard Lifestyle, we broke down all of our expenses for the time we spent at the Napa Valley Marina. We went into detail on what it really cost for the haul out, lay days, bottom paint, and the complete hardtop build. While we bored Emma with mind-numbing spreadsheet talk, she had a bit of fun at our expense, popping in and out of the shot and once again stealing the scene. Comfy?
Yes. Hey guys! Well, we did not put out a video last week, and there's a good reason for it. After vlogging for the past 3 years, putting out weekly videos, and working nonstop on our hardtop these past few months on the hard, we were burnt out. We were tired, and we just needed a break. It also happened to be Emma's spring break, so it was really nice to just kind of decompress and not do any videoing. We did coordinate a patron Zoom meeting, so that was really nice to catch up with our patrons and kind of get them up to speed of what our plans are. So it was just nice to see everyone. So the big question is what is in our plans? What is the crew of SB Basic up to? What are we doing?
You looking at me?
Yeah, you got to answer.
Okay, well, I guess we have short-term plans and long-term plans. Short-term plans are, obviously, we need to take care of Emma first. Emma's orthodontic work. She has how much time left on it?
So her orthodontist is great. He follows our channel, so he understands that we are on a tight schedule. So he put her on a very aggressive treatment, and from the last appointment, he says she has 6 weeks left. So after that, she will be brace-free.
And we're excited for that. That's where we're going to be able to be a little more mobile.
Yes, a lot more mobile at that point.
Okay, next thing we need to really accomplish, since we're here for the next 6 weeks, is vaccines.
Yeah, so vaccines, whether you like it or not, that's going to allow us to travel a lot more freely without having quarantine in the countries that we're going to be visiting. So we have to take care of our vaccines, and it's just the smart thing to do when you're traveling abroad.
And the responsible thing to do.
Yes.
Which leads to the mistake you made with my passport.
Everyone is in charge of their own passport, mind you. Teal's is expiring soon. Emma's expires next year, and mine is the following year. So I decided to just renew all of our passports now, so it resets us for us 10 years, 5 for Emma.
But it kind of syncs them all together.
Yeah, and it just makes it easier because we don't want to be in a position where we're in another country and our passport's expiring. Right.
Another thing we need to really do before we leave is compass.
So compass, we have to just make sure that all his shots are up to date, and if there's anything that we need to have him have extra shots, I guess, depending on the countries. We know that every country's different, and we just need to make sure that he has his health certificate and that he is healthy to travel.
Seems easy.
Very easy.
So while all these are happening, since we're going to be here, we have time to get a couple more projects done on the boat.
Yes, more projects.
These are things that are obviously ongoing, and
yes.
It's
part of boating.
It is. It is, and especially this boat. Everybody knows that this was not a brand new boat when we bought her, and we've been working a long time, and we're getting to the tail end. But there is things that we could always improve on. And while we're here, we might as well start it. First thing that I could think of is, button up the hardtop.
Yeah.
Hardtop it's all built. The helm top is built, but it's not done. And I want to finish all that. We'd have to do some metal work, just button up the painting on it, and just kind of get that all finished. Because once the hardtop's done, that adds all this real estate on the top of the boat that we could really upgrade our solar. We have 500 watts now, and we have enough to put a couple thousand watts on there, but we're going to start with another 600, which will give us 1,100 watts. That's going to be a nice bump for us. But with that 1,100 watts, you get to thinking about our battery bank. Our batteries are 5 years old, and they're good for about 6 years. So we don't want to be deep in Mexico or south of there and have our batteries just die out on us. So why not make the jump right now and get into lithium? I think it's the perfect timing for us. I know Lynn's excited. It's gonna double our power.
Yeah. So he won't be on me all the time about turning lights off or anything.
That's right. And there'll be no maintenance. You'll like that.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I'm always like nervous every time I'm filling the batteries, so it'll be a nice change to just have everything sealed and in working order.
We're gonna have to do, let's see. Well, autopilot. Coming down the coast, I want to get autopilot going.
He never installed that, so that's a big must coming down the coast.
My hands are gonna be full with a few projects, and Lynn's gonna have projects of herself. She's gonna be working on, let's say, the stack pack.
I have a lot of canvas work. Now that the hard top and the helm top will be up, I'm gonna start doing some sewing projects.
Yeah, so
and getting us all protected.
So vacation's over.
Vacation's over.
Let's get serious. Let's button up these.
We got 6 weeks, baby.
6 weeks and a lot.
Then we head south.
A lot to do, yes. And then it's heading south, and it's good timing because it's a little windy and blustery out there right now.
Cold still.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be perfect timing. We're gonna have a good time getting all these projects. We're gonna explore this area. So that's our short-term plans. Long-term plans, I guess we'll have to see.
It's open-ended.
That's right.
We'll
every day's an adventure. So let's get to work.
Right, fine.
We'll talk a minute about our hydraulic steering system. You know, as we were sailing down the coast, we had a couple hiccups with it. We thought it was an isolated incident the first time. It just locked up just for a second and then released, and thought it was strange, and we were kind of keeping our eye on it. But then when we went to anchor in stiff winds behind Trinidad Head. So here we are, tucked in behind Trinidad Head. I hate it and I love it. I love it because it's picturesque, it's beautiful. It's got this sea of boats here I wasn't anticipating. You know, on all the charts it showed this is a nice anchorage, but not a lot of room in there. That's all 20 and 30 foot deep. Out here is 50, 60 foot deep. So I went around over here, around this little island, and I was going to anchor over there where there was a little bit of clearance, and it shows that is a good anchorage over there on my charts. Drop the anchor, and that rock now, I can feel it just skipping across big boulders. I mean, so instantly I pull it up, and we're looking for a new spot, and we catch a nice big rock in the rock now. So I'm struggling trying to get that out. The wind's blowing 20, and Lynn's at the helm, and we lose steering. It was kind of a moment where, you know, we were in a sea of boats, the wind had picked up, there's rocks all around us, and the anchor fouled, and we were trying to relocate. Lynn's at the helm, she goes hard over, and it locks 100%. Zero steering. We were able to secure the boat on a mooring ball, disable the system, and limp into Eureka the next day. We would like to inform you of our situation. We are a 43-foot sailing catamaran. We had a malfunction with our steering and have no control of our rudders. We are on limited steering as we enter the harbor.
Sailing vessel Stacy, Coast Guard Station Royal Bay. How many people do you have on board?
3 POB, over. You know, initially we thought it was the cylinder, so we put a new cylinder in there. And we'll start putting this together. It'll be kind of fun, actually, so I'm going to put my best mechanic on it. Emma, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, everything went in real smooth. And all is well, until we get to the Bay Area. It did it again. Again, it's always in a situation where the wind's blowing, you're trying to anchor, you're trying to grab a mooring ball in this case, and it locks up. So we don't have a lot of confidence in our hydraulic system right now. So we've been doing research and talking to Capilano and Seastar, and they want to get this unit bench tested, but there's no place around here to bench test this. The nearest place is Southern California. I don't want to travel down the coast any further until we at least know what's going on with this. So we spent the day yesterday breaking down the system.
I'm gonna go on this side first.
Okay, let me get in there. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
The other one or this one?
No, no.
Same one? Same one?
Yeah, hang on. I got to get the nut off to this side. Okay, pull it out a little bit. Right there. Leave it right there.
Okay.
Okay, now do. Yeah, the other side.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. You want me to pull them out?
Yeah, go ahead and pull them out.
Okay.
Okay. I made a little mess.
You made a mess?
Not too bad. Removed the Capilano. Boxed it up. And we're going to ship it off. They're going to do a quick bench test on it and tell us what's going on with this thing. We'll be shipping it to San Diego. They tell us they could turn this around pretty quick and get it back to us. But we need to build some confidence with this. Why it's coming up now is we're starting to work on our autopilot, and it's a hydraulic driven autopilot. And this has been in the back of my mind, and I think it's a good thing to get this bench tested right now, figure out what's going on. Hopefully it's a nice easy fix, some debris in there, or, I mean, I couldn't even tell you what's inside this thing. That's why we're sending it off to an expert. Guess we'll find out in a few days. Let's get this shipped off. Okay, it's been just a few short days, and look, we have our box back. But it's not what you think. You know, we broke this down over last weekend and got it all packaged up and ready to ship out, but we didn't want to send it out till we talked to one of the service centers. There was 2 service centers south of here, Costa Mesa and San Diego. First one calls back Monday morning. We had left messages, and they said, you know what, these units are bulletproof. There's not much to your system. There's a pump, there's hoses, and a cylinder. And typically it's not the pump that has the problem, it's something else. Well, we knew we replaced the cylinder, we knew we had brand new hoses, and we had double checked with the manufacturer that those were the correct hoses. So they were a little reluctant for us sending this unit down to be bench tested, but they said, okay, go ahead regardless. So we shipped it off. As soon as we shipped it off, we're in the car coming back to the boat, and the other service center calls us. He said, have you tried the adjustment knob? And I haven't played with the adjustment knob. Well, mostly because our unit didn't have one. He said he's seen this exact thing happen twice before. And it's as simple as turning the adjustment knob 1/4 turn. So now we're like, oh man, we just shipped that off. Let's go get it. So we went and picked it up. Okay, here's the unit. The adjustment knob comes off the face right here. Since we've had the boat, there's been no knob on this, and that's why I've never really played with it. So first thing we did was order a new knob. We got this in about 2 days. I'm going to put the knob back on. After talking with that service center, he guarantees us that's the problem. He's seen it a few times. It's as simple as that. We're going to get this thing back together. You know, taking it apart wasn't a bad thing, because to get the knob on, I do need this unit removed so I could gain access to this little portion. Besides that, Lynn's got a project with the wheel that she's diving into, so it's all going to work out. So I'm going to get this thing reinstalled, put my adjustment knob on, and I think we may have solved this mystery. God, I hope so.
So while Teal has taken the wheel off and is working on our steering, I am going to use this as an opportunity to do something that I have been wanting to do for a very long time. And that is to tackle this wheel. This wheel, I have a love-hate relationship with this wheel because I love it. It's big, it's beautiful, but it's also really cold on the hands when we're steering. So I've been wanting to do a wheel cover for this, but I just can't bring myself to pay that sticker price on the Edson wheel cover. I did see from another cruiser that they did it themselves, and she was kind enough to share with me where she got it from, so I ordered that. So we have the leather for the wrap as well as the hole punch and the wax thread, all for under $100. So today I am going to get everything cut out and start doing my layup for this. So excited. So because this is a DIY project, it's not going to come in the handy dandy pre-cut leather for us. So this is a full split of leather, which means that we have to cut these down and seam them together to be a continuous piece of wheel cover. So I am not very good at math. Math is not my strong suit, but it is Emma's, so I called in the big guns, and she's going to figure this out for me.
Yeah, so what is the diameter?
Okay, so this is a 48-inch wheel,
Okay.
and it's 8 spoke. What we need to figure out is how many pieces we need to do, because I don't want the seams to hit or land on the spoke. I want it kind of in the middle. So
Okay.
you can just figure that out. Do your magic.
Okay.
To get the circumference, we need to multiply pi times the diameter. And since our leather is not long enough to make the wrap in 1 or 2 pieces, we have to have 3 or more seams. Our wheel has 8 spokes, so 3 seams would be uneven and may land on a spoke. That means we will calculate the length based on 4 pieces, and I love symmetry.
Now that Emma has the length for us, I was able to measure this out and get the width. So this is just kind of a sample piece to see how it's going to form onto the wheel. The leather company that I purchased this from actually only comes in, for the splits, they only come in 3 colors, which is black, toast, and it says gray, but it's more tan. So we went with the black, and I think it'll look really good. And I'm not concerned about it getting hot because this is underneath the cover with our new helm top anyway. So I am very, very happy. Now it's time to get started because this is going to take me probably a day or 2 because this is a fairly large wheel. This is going to take a lot longer than I anticipated, but I think it's going to turn out really good. Good thing I have good eyesight.
Not for long. You're on the home stretch.
Don't remind me.
Getting tired yet?
Oh my gosh. I thought this was not going to be so bad.
This is day 2.
This is so tedious. I feel like I'm going cross-eyed trying to find the holes. But the good thing is it's one and done, right? I don't have to do this again.
Not for a while.
I think I'm actually sweating. It's getting so hard. And my fingers are going to be so sore. This is 2 days.
But look at this. You're, what, an hour away? Hour and a half?
An hour and a half, yeah. It takes about an hour and a half, or about an hour to an hour and a half a segment.
Okay, we'll get it done. I want to get this thing back on. I know I got to install the Capilano first, but I'll be ready here in about an hour.
You better.
Okay, keep at it. Okay, Lynn's about done with her wheel in there, so I'm getting the Capilano back in. With this new cover here, I had to reshape my washers. With the unit out, I was able to get a little drum wheel in here and sand this out so I could have access for our new knob. And I have plenty of clearance now. So I got to get this back together. I could hear her hooting and hollering in there. She's happy. She's almost done with her project. There we go, my adjustment knob. Not gonna fiddle with that until we get the wheel back on.
Okay. After 2 days of endless hours, I'm finally done with the wheel. I feel really good about this. It's something that I've wanted for so long, and it's so satisfying. My fingers are sore, and I really feel like I work my fingers to the bone, but I'm so excited to get this thing installed.
I'm just finished, let's go. Get it up here.
Yay!
Oh, it doesn't fit now.
Don't lie. Don't joke with me about this.
There it
God,
is.
that feels so good.
Do you love it?
I love it. I love it so much. Feels good.
It does, and it looks good.
Nipple thing is so I called it a nipple.
As we were coming down the coast, we had a moment where...
To get the circumference, you need to multiply pi times d. D, diameter.
As we were going to grab a